2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing.
We have the national anthem for Germany. Players may now shake each other's hands. Our referees this evening: Shunsuke Nikaido from Japan, Feng Wang from China, Matias Quintana from Argentina, and Chompo Wachiras from Thailand.
As Germany take on Netherlands. For Germany, it's number 4, Marijke Miller, number 5, Svenja Erni, number 6, Kata Weiss, number 7, Anne Patsveld, number 8, Kate Lang, number 9, Amanda Fanariotis, number 10, Lisa Bergenthal, number 11, Maya Lindholm, number 12, Annabelle Breuer, number 13, Svenja Meyer, number 14, Lena Nippelmeyer, and number 15, Marie Keir. For the Netherlands, it is number 2, Ilse Arts, number 4, Sylvana van Hees, number 5, Lindsay Freyling, number 6, Jitske Visser, number 8, Julia van der Sprong, number 9, Paul Kramer, number 10, Zena Wimmenhover, number 11, Sherkova, number 12, Saskia Prog, number 14, Karina de Roy, number 15, Mariska Weyer, and number 16, Ilona Post. Your head coaches for Germany is Dirk Passevan, assisted by Ralph Newman. For Netherlands, it's Gert-Jan van der Linden, assisted by Irene Sleuth. Your starting fives for Germany, it is 4 Miller, 6 Weiss, 7 Patsveld, 8 Lang, and 13 Meyer. For the Netherlands, it is 2 Arts, 6 Visser, 9 Kramer, 14 de Roy, and 15 Bayer. So this should be a close game, pitting two European powerhouses against each other. Two dominant forces in the women's game. Netherlands, obviously the favourites on paper as defending Paralympic, world and European champions. But Germany will look to repeat the same success that their men did earlier on as they beat Canada just in that last game that Germany men's team beat Canada. Obviously some threats to look out for. I think for the Netherlands, number one threat has to be a woman who's widely regarded as the best female player in the world right now, Mariska Bayer, number 15. And for Germany, key threats to look at are number 8, Kate Lang, and number 4, Marijke Miller. They'll share the majority. They'll share responsibility for the majority of points scoring in this game, as we are about to get underway in just under a minute. As the legendary Dirk Passevan talks over with his team. Of course, Passevan and Van der Linden, the two coaches for these sides, are legends in their own right. You know, they've had great playing careers, have both of them. You know, Gert-Jan van der Linden, quality player, as is Passevan. One of the best pure shooters in the game ever. And now they are both coaching these women's sides. It's great to see them transition from player to coach. And a lot of youth and experience on both sides here today. There you see Van der Linden having his final words. So we're about to tip off. It's Bayer and Lang in for the tip. Two units in the women's game. And it's Netherlands that win the tip. Kramer with the ball. Blocked by Miller, but it's intercepted by Arts. And Arts gets the first points of the game, fall to the Netherlands, courtesy of Ilse Arts. And now Germany will look to respond. Weiss to Miller. Inside to Lang. Lang just can't make that one on that attempt. Netherlands bring the ball down with pace. It's Kramer. De Roy. Lang over to Bayer. Bayer unsuccessful on that attempt. Lang picks it up, gets it to Miller. Finds Weiss. Lang. Back to Weiss. Weiss resets it at the top, over to Lang. Lang puts it up. It doesn't go. And Kramer controls this one. Inside to Bayer, and it's swatted away by the German bigs. Lang and Miller. Great defense on Bayer there, not allowing the threat to score. And now Miller. Lang, pressured by Bayer. Lang, over to Miller. And Miller draws the foul. Foul is on Arts. 2 to come for Marijke Miller. Miller from Cologne, plays in Hamburg. The 32-year-old. First one doesn't go. And Miller, a veteran of this German team. Second is no good either. Netherlands scramble for it. De Roy picks it up. And it's intercepted by Patsval. Great interception from the one-point player. A nice pass from Lang to Miller. Miller gets that one to go. Lovely two-man game between Lang and Miller. And now De Roy for the Dutch. Bayer. Kramer. De Roy. Kramer has to force it up and draws the foul. Foul is on Lang. Kramer to the line. Tied it to a piece, 7.5 to go. Kramer plays for the Loughborough Lightning over in Great Britain in their Women's Premier League team. They were Women's Premier League champions this season. Kramer from Arnhem in the Netherlands. Second is good. So that gives Netherlands a 1-point lead. Weiss controls the ball for Germany. Miller takes her time with it. Finds Meyer inside. It's blocked by Meyer. What a block, but it's picked up by Patsval. Miller gets the roll, and the bucket drops for Germany. They now lead by 1. Arts. Visser. Pressured by Patsval. Arts gets it to De Roy, who resets. De Roy, 4-3, doesn't go. And it's rebounded by Lang. Lang from Munich. Gets it to Miller. No, bucket no good for Miller. It's Kramer back on the attack for the Dutch. Play is stopped as De Roy comes out of chair. Netherlands get the ball back with 18 on the shot clock. 1-point game early on, as the Orange Angels trail by 1. De Roy finds Kramer. Ball does not find Bayer, but oh, what hustle from Bayer, but the shot clock expires. And the commentary table is right behind the German bench, so loud cheers erupt from the Germans. Timeout called. It's a 1-point game, 4-3, under 6 minutes remaining.
Habt ein bisschen mehr Geduld in der Offense. Wir kriegen die einfachen Sachen. Wenn ihr den Rebound habt, guckt mal, ob Svenja oder so geht, dass wir einen langen Pass spielen können. Defense, mega, okay? Wir haben gute Würfe. Selbst der erste ist ein schwieriger Wurf in der Zone, okay? Gute Switches bei den Langen. Lasst sie arbeiten für die Sachen, ja? Gut so.
And just a correction, I'd like to point out that the Netherlands women's teams are known as the Orange, or all Netherlands teams are known as the Orange Lions, not Orange Angels. So it's the Orange Lions that trail by 1 at the moment. Weiss will inbound for Germany. Finds Patsval. Miller. Lang, elbow. It's no good for Lang. Kramer once again has possession for the Dutch. De Roy. Bayer. It goes for Bayer. She extends. She gives the Netherlands a 1-point lead. Weiss to Miller. It's no good for Miller. Just comes up short. Beyer dishes it to De Roy, and Beyer paces up the floor. De Roy looks for her options. Kramer fires. Doesn't go for Kramer that time. Rebound Svenja Meyer. Hands it to Miller. Fairly low scoring but tactical game at the moment as the German fans watch on. Weiss once again inbounds, finds Lang. She's pressured by Kramer and it's short. Good defense back there by Kramer. And from defense to offense, just like that in an instant for Kramer. She finds Beyer, it's swatted away. So right now the Germans doing a decent job at neutralizing Beyer, arguably the Dutch's biggest threat. Of course, Beyer plays over in Germany for Hanover United. It's Weiss. Oh, Weiss, lovely play from Weiss with a scoop and gets a score on the board for Germany. They now lead by 1. Courtesy of Kata Weiss. Plays over in Landil. Netherlands ball, Visser. Finds Kramer, no basket. And coming in for the Netherlands, replacing Beyer, is number 8, Julia van der Sprong. So obviously, Van der Linden wanting to have a word with Beyer before he puts her back on. Netherlands' biggest threat, arguably, now would be Kramer. While Beyer's off the floor, it's Kramer inside, pressured. Can't get it to go. Possession will stay with the Dutch. And the Dutch, strongest team in this women's competition. World champions, Paralympic champions, European champions are the Dutch. Van der Sprong now looks for her options. Puts it up, it's short. And the Germans happy with that one. They lead by 1 with just over 3 minutes to go in the first. The ball goes to Miller. Miller to Lang. Inside Miller, under pressure, can't go, gets her own rebound and is fouled by De Roy. And replacing De Roy and Arts is Freilink and Kover. So the Dutch doing a slight rotation. Weiss finds Miller. Oh, Visser gets a hand on it, but Germany chase down the ball. 4 on the shot clock. They need to heave it here. Miller, hook shot, no good, short. And that's great defense from Visser, just knocking the ball out of Germany's reach. And that rushes their offense. As Kramer finds Korver. Korver, a veteran of this Dutch side. Korver made her Paralympic debut back in 2000 in Sydney. So Korver has seen pretty much everything there is to see in wheelchair basketball. And obviously the Dutch have had a meteoric rise throughout the years. And they are defending world champions. They are eager to defend their title here in Dubai. Korver finds Freilink. Freilink under a lot of pressure and Kramer falls down in the key. It will be Germany ball as Meyer is set to inbound. Meyer gets it to Miller. She controls the play. Miller. Oh, can't get it, can't find Patsveld. It'll be Dutch ball, and the foul is on Patsveld. Momentum not really picked up in this game, scoring-wise. Very tactical game so far. And it's Kramer with the ball. Visser. Visser, a four-time Paralympian. It goes for Visser. Ever so reliable for the Dutch is Visser. Made her Paralympic debut back in Beijing at just 16 years of age, did Visser. And it's Miller. Inside, Lang gets it to go. And Lang with the immediate reply puts Germany in the lead by 1, back and forth. Oh, nice pass from Korver, but Freyling can't get a hand on it. Germany ball. As Pasavan has a word with Newman. As Netherlands get back on defense. Patsveld finds Miller. Miller to Lang. Lang puts it up and in. For Kate Lang. And we are with it. We are almost at the final minute of the first. Germany with a 3-point lead. Netherlands with a chance to respond. Weiss comes out of her chair. Netherlands 5-on-4 advantage. Kramer puts it up and in. Kramer responds. 1-point game. And Bayer comes in for Kramer. Interesting that Van der Linden opting not to play Kramer and Bayer at the same time at the moment. That would arguably be their strongest lineup. And Lindholm replaces Meyer for the Germans. Miller. Over to Lang. Meyer at the top. Lets it fly and Lindholm hits for Germany. Lindholm, a native of Hamburg, also plays in Hamburg. And it's Bayer who'll look to heat up. Van der Sprong swings back to Korver. Korver from the top, it's no good. Offensive rebound, Bayer. Korver resets. And it's blocked by. And Bayer on the buzzer hits. And maybe that is the momentum the Netherlands need. As Bayer comes in clutch with the buzzer beater. And that will end the first. It's Germany that lead by 1, 12-11. Fairly low scoring quarter. But Bayer coming in clutch at the end there to bring the Netherlands within 1. As I mentioned earlier, Bayer, widely regarded as the best female player in the world right now. So she will look to heat up for the Dutch as this game goes on. I'll leave you with some highlights. I'll be back in about a minute and a half. See you soon. And just a quick note before this game continues. Obviously right now we're at the World Championships in Dubai, but in a couple of months the Netherlands will host the European Championships in Rotterdam 8 weeks after the World Championships. So a lot of great wheelchair basketball action coming to you this summer, and obviously both these teams will compete in the European Championships with the hopes of qualifying for Paris 2024. As Patsveld is set to inbound for the Germans. Finds Lindholm. Lang. Doesn't go for Lang. The Dutch let it roll out of bounds as they will get a fresh 24 on the shot clock as Bayer will inbound. Korver takes control, finds Bayer inside. Possession will stay with the Dutch. Korver inside it, and she's fouled by Miller. And Miller visibly frustrated with that, as the Dutch fans watch on in the crowd. 2 to come for Korver. The Dutch veteran. And Patsveld takes a break. In comes Weiss. First one no good for Korver. And Korver plays for SC De Vido in the Dutch league. Second is good for Korver. It's Lindholm carries the ball for the Germans. Breuer comes in to replace Patsveld. Lindholm overshoots it. Weiss collects the offensive rebound. And Miller can't find Lang. Pass is just a little bit too high there. And we're tied at 12 apiece. Everything to play for in this game. Fairly low scoring game so far. But both these teams, two of the absolute top teams here at the championships. And there you see Van der Linden visibly frustrated there as an offensive foul was called on Bayer. It would be Germany ball. Lindholm will inbound to Breuer. Back to Lindholm. And of course Lindholm and Breuer, Paralympic gold medalists at London 2012. And Lang can't get that one to go. And of course, the most recent Paralympic gold medalist on the women's side are the Netherlands. They are the top team in this competition. Bayer inside, mismatch, no good. Gets it again, and Bayer puts away the second chance. Mariska Bayer. Spirit still high, as you see a laugh and a smile from Bayer. And that shot will give Netherlands a 2-point lead, 8:35 to go in the second quarter. Timeout called by Germany. 2-point game, Netherlands lead.
Als je ziet dat wij even ons kopje bijhouden, hebben we vaak break zo om 4 en je bent vrij, ja, geen assist meer los. Gaan gewoon de bal bijmaken. Maar voor de rest is het daar wel mee te maken. Ja, dus uitboksen. 1 petje komen op mij. 1, 2, 3. Ja.
back underway. One possession game between two of the European powerhouses of wheelchair basketball, Germany and Netherlands. Lindholm inbounds for the Germans, finds Weiss. Lindholm takes her time, dishes to Miller. Miller pressured by Bayer, swings back to Lindholm. Doesn't go for Lindholm, offensive rebound, Fanariotis. Oh, lovely finish by Amanda Fanariotis. And Netherlands come away with it. Bayer takes control, slows it down, and now Korver controls the plate, finds Arts. Shot no good, rebound Fanariotis. And Fanariotis fairly new to this German team. Is the 4.5 classified player. Ball goes to Miller. She's heavily pressured by Van der Sprong. That's a great play from Van der Sprong. And Germany will really have to force this one as Weiss is struggled there, under pressure from all angles. Weiss clearly upset at the referee there. 7.5 to go in the half. We're tied at 14 apiece. Lindholm inbounds to Breuer. Back to Lindholm. Miller, 4-3, off the glass for Mareike Miller. 3-point lead Germany, courtesy of a 3-ball from Miller. Miller coming in clutch. Netherlands look to respond. It's Bayer, Kramer. Both of them back on the floor now. Rebound Fanariotis. Keeping the ball away from Bayer. And Germany back on the offense. Miller, guarded by Visser. Swings over to Lindholm. Lindholm. It doesn't go. Rebound Bayer. She's pressured by Weiss. And that's great defense from Weiss. And Bayer now back in the offense. De Roy to Bayer. Bayer over to Kramer. Kramer mismatch. It's good for Bo Kramer. Very intelligent play. Shooting the mismatch over Lindholm. Oh, sorry, over Breuer. And Lindholm back on the attack for the Germans. Miller, another three. Doesn't go that time. Rebound, Bayer. Kramer, Bayer. And Bayer draws the foul. 2 to come. Foul is on, I believe, Lindholm. Let me just see the replay there. Yeah, Lindholm. And its first one's no good for Bayer. Of course, Bayer signed for Hanover United last season. He's now a free agent. And no good for the line. It's Germany with a 1-point lead, 17-16. Under 6 minutes to go in the half. And replacing Miller is Lang. Breuer to Lang. Panariotis mismatch. Just too hard there. Shot no good. Has to rush that one. And it's De Roy for the Dutch. De Roy still maintains possession. 6 on the shot clock. Visser puts it up and in for Yitzka. Visser. Visser plays for the Thüringer Bulls over in Germany. So these German players are very well familiarized with the likes of Visser and Bayer, for that matter. Panariotis for Germany finds Weiss. Oh, and it's blocked by Kramer. Great recovery by Kramer. And the Germans keep it in. 4 on the shot clock. They have to heave. Lang! 4-3, too hard off the glass. 4.5 to go in the half. 1 point lead, Netherlands. Momentum has swung so many times in this game so far. Visser again. Doesn't go that time for Visser. And of course Visser, not only a 4-time Paralympian, but also the chair of the International Paralympic Committee's Athletes Council is Visser. It's Breuer for Germany, finds Panariotis. Lang inside, pressured by Bayer. Panariotis back to Lindholm at the top, over to Lang. Lang has to force it, nothing there. And it's Kramer for the Dutch. Arts. Swatted away by Lang, but the possession will stay with the Dutch. 3.5 to go in the half as the German bench looks on. They've had great games between each other in the past, have these two sides, and it's Kramer over to Visser. Inside Bayer, and she will not make a mistake from there. Bayer converts inside. Easy money for Mariska Bayer. Netherlands with a 3-point lead now. Germany look to respond. Lang. Fires and hits. Nothing but net for Kate Lang. And Lang, a former student at the University of Alabama over in the States. Most recently played for the Skywheelers, now is just signed for Munich next season, her home club of the Munich Iguanas. And Kramer draws the foul. And in comes, for Germany, Neppelmeyer replacing Panariotis. And Kramer once again to the line. First one's good. Second one goes off the front of the rim, but that shot gives the Netherlands a 2-point lead. 2.5 to go in the half. 1 possession game as Pasavan looks on in frustration. Kramer to the line once again. Another 2 shots to come for Kramer. And just like that, it becomes a 4-point lead courtesy of Bo Kramer. Clutch with those free throws is Kramer. And it's Lindholm controlling the offense for the Germans. Lang. Over to Breuer. Back to Lang. Breuer. Nice ball movement. Shot clock ticking down. Lang has to force it, nothing there. Rebound Bayer. Over to Van der Sprong. Back to Bayer. Up and in for Bayer. Too easy for Bayer with the mismatch over Breuer. And Germany call a timeout as they trail by 6 with just under 2 minutes to go in the half.
Nochmal Konzentration in der Defense, okay? Wir geben zu viele Mismatch-Schüsse, wir boxen die aus, dann kriegt
There's a passive man who wants to talk it over with the team, actually. Passive man had a legendary playing career, playing for the German national team, and done at Dolphins Trier, and he still plays for Trier actually. He's had a few 50-point games this season, or high 40-point games, has passive man, despite being a veteran. Still the main man for his home club. And on the international stage, he's retired from being a player. He's now a coach for this German women's side. 6-point game, under 2 minutes to go in the half. As Patsveld inbounds to Nippelmeyer. Finds Lindholm. Lang. Inside. Patsveld, layup no good. Rebound Visser. And Kramer immediately pressured by Nippelmeyer. Great defense there from Lena. Kramer. Van der Sprong, and it's blocked by Lang. Germany ball. And Van der Sprong not happy with that, but nevertheless it'll be Germany ball. A minute and change remaining in the half. Patsveld on the inbound. Finds Nippelmeyer. Lang. And a power side for Germany. Nippelmeyer at the top. 2 to come. And there you see the Dutchmen looking on. 2 to come for Lena Nippelmeyer. Foul is on 14, Karina de Roy. And Nippelmeyer played for Essen this season. Resides in Osnabrück. First one's good for Nippelmeyer. Second is no good. But the free throw shot from Nippelmeyer makes it a 5-point game. Just over a minute to go in the half. Bayer and Kramer run the offense for the Dutch. Finds Van der Sprong. Inside to Bayer. Bayer off the glass. And that's trademark Bayer. Now, the Dutch slightly opening their lead. They now have a 7-point lead. Lang. Goes 4-3, and it goes. It bounces off the back of the rim and in. And just like that, it's a 4-point game. The 3-ball drops for Kate Lang. Kramer slows it down, conserving time on the clock. 7 on the shot clock. Van der Sprong, long 2, it doesn't go. Can't be kept in by Post. A new player for this Dutch team is Ilona Post, 1-point classified player, plays for SC Antelope in the Dutch league. And it's Breuer. Inbounds to Nippelmeyer. They need a hit. Oh. And that'll bring an end to the first half. The 3-ball from Kate Lang makes it a 4-point game. Germany trail. Back and forth game so far, still anyone's game. And Germany and the Dutch, they've met so many times, and more often than not, the Dutch come away with the win. But Germany not willing to give in, and they will fight to the end. If they trail by 4 at the end of the first half, leading scorers for the game, Bayer with 12, followed by Kramer on 10, Visser on 4, and Korver with 1. For Germany, Lang with 9, Miller with 4, Panariotis with 2, and Weiss with 2. So Lang, Bayer, and Kramer are your threats so far in this game. But as predicted, it's Bayer and Kramer leading the way for the Orange Lions. So as we saw, like, the first quarter ended in a 1-point affair with Germany taking the lead 12-11, and then the Netherlands gather momentum in the second quarter, winning it by 5, 16-11. And right now, the Dutch shooting 47% from the field, 11 from 23. And Germany, 34% from the field, 10 from 29. Germany being successful with a couple of their 3-pointers hitting, 2 from 5. Meanwhile, the Dutch have yet to shoot a 3-pointer. And Germany struggling a little bit from the line. They are 1 from 4. Meanwhile, the Dutch are at 50%, 5 from 10. So the Dutch being sent to the line a lot more than the Germans. So Netherlands being slightly more careful with their fouls. But we should be in for a good second half in this game between two of the European powerhouses of women's wheelchair basketball, Germany and the Netherlands. Two unbelievable teams. And of course, the Dutch are the favourites on paper, as they are defending world champions. They're also Paralympic champions and European champions. So join us back in just over 10 minutes for the second half of action here at the 2022 Wheelchair Basketball World Championships in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Both teams back on the court, second half about to get underway.
About to get back underway, just under a minute. In this game between Germany and Netherlands. Still anyone's game. It's a 4-point game. Netherlands with the lead. In large part thanks to Bayer and Kramer. Both players in double figures for the Dutch. As Kramer will look to inbound. De Roy gets it to Bayer. That one doesn't go. Uncharacteristic from Bayer there, but she's straight back on defense. Now Miller has possession. Lang controls the ball for the Germans. Dishes out to Miller. Miller fires a three. It doesn't go. Yeah, to rush that. And it's De Roy for the Dutch. Finds Visser. Kramer fires too hard off the glass. Offensive rebound, Visser. Immediately pressured by Miller. A nice ball movement from the Dutch. Kramer draws the foul. And 2 free throws to come for Kramer. Foul is on Miller. First one no good for Kramer. Neither is the second. It remains a 4-point game. Either team yet to score in this half. Weiss has it for Germany. I must admit, great ball handling skills for Weiss, considering she's a 1-point classified player. And Meyer gets it to Miller. It doesn't go for Miller. Rebound by Bayer. Netherlands advance it up the floor. Bayer fades away. Doesn't go for Bayer. And by Mariska Bayer standards, she's had quite the low scoring game. However, she still leads the way for the Dutch. Lang fires to beat the buzzer. It does not go. Bayer with the rebound. A stalemate in this quarter so far. Neither team yet to break the ice. De Roy, it goes off the front of the rim. It's Lang now for the Germans. Lang. Miller can't get it to go too hard there. Long pass from Kramer. De Roy races for it, and she resets. That's great hustle from De Roy. And Kramer nails that one, nothing but net. Kramer hits the first shot of the half. The Dutch by 6. Miller. Inside, finds Pat's fouled. It doesn't go. She grabs her own rebound, but it can't find Meyer. Oh, that's a miscommunication from Germany. Could be quite costly. Arts, clear lane, dishes to Kramer, and one for Bo Kramer. That's a lovely expert pass from Ilse Arts. And Arts, quite the underrated player. I don't think she gets enough credit that she deserves. But that was an expert pass, and Kramer completes a three-point play. And that gives the Dutch a 9-point lead. And Germany will look to respond. They need a response at this point. 6.5 to go in the third. Miller looks for her options. Fires in the face of Arts. Doesn't go, just overshoots it there. Kramer collects the rebound. Oh, and De Roy picks up the loose ball. Kramer fires and hits. And for the first time, the Netherlands have a double-digit lead. They lead by 11, 34-23, courtesy of Bo Kramer. And the Germans call a timeout. Coach Pastavan wants to talk it over. Miller. Shot doesn't go. Germany struggling to generate offense here. Netherlands get another crack at the offense. Arts inside, clear lane, and Arts lays it up. And Arts plays in Germany for BBC Münsterland this season. So another Dutch player that the German players will be very familiar with. Miller looking to generate here. Swings to Lang. Lang guarded by Kramer. Looks a little bit frustrated, does Lang. She puts it up, but it doesn't go. And perhaps the frustration is getting to Germany at this point, as Netherlands have a 13-point lead. over their European rivals. I think it's fair to say that both teams are each other's biggest European rival. And there you see the referee's having a word with Van der Linden. He's known for having a little chat with the referees is Van der Linden. And replacing Meyer is Lindholm. Kramer. 4-3 off the front of the rim. It's Miller back on the attack. And Lang gets the first score of the half to drop for the Germans. Cuts their deficit, and Bayer is fouled by Lang. She will go to the line. And there you see the mascot in the crowd for this championships. He must be absolutely roasting in that suit. Feel sorry for him in this seat. Mind you, it's nice and air conditioned in the venue, so. And Bayer makes it. One to come for Bayer. Makes both. Puts the Dutch up by 12, does Bayer. Arguably, the best female player in the world right now is Bayer, and has been for many years. Lang off the glass. Replies for Germany. .11 game. Kramer, De Roy wide open, dishes inside to Kramer, and Kramer converts. Smart play from the Orange Lions. Although Van der Linden doesn't look too happy, even though we've seen committed a good play there, so. But Van der Linden, a very hard coach to impress. Weiss at the top. Hits for Germany. The Dutch back on the attack. De Roy takes her time with it. Blocked by Miller, but it's found by Bayer. Again, another block by Miller. It's picked up by De Roy. Bayer fires. Nothing there that time. 2.5 remaining in the third. It's the Dutch that lead by 11. Lindholm hits for Germany, brings it back to a single digit deficit. They trail by 9.
Meiden, dit is mijn time-out. Rust. Terug in de wedstrijd komen, Saswissel voor Jits. Ja, dus geconcentreerd blijven defense. Het enige wat ze doen is die 4. Die rijdt hier, dat is onze 0 aanval die ze rijden. Dus die krijgt 1, 2, 3 screens. Je moet eruit bij haar en dan speel je pick-and-roll en het midden komt gewoon te helpen. Skip maar.
9-point lead to the defending champions. Back to the ball game. Our official mascot is on the floor. Checking in the crowd.
Back underway. 2 minutes and change in the third. Netherlands lead by 9. Kramer and Bayer. Once again, a dominant pairing. Kramer. Arts. And Bayer makes it inside. She'll make no mistake from there. Back to an 11-point lead for the Dutch. And such great form and power from Bayer. And the mascot was loving that one. Miller. Open lane. All the way. Coast to coast for Mareike Miller, the German veteran. A powerhouse in her own right is Miller. An interesting fact, both Miller and Bayer attended the University of Whitewater, Wisconsin-Whitewater in the States. Bayer fires and hits. Immediate reply from Bayer. And imagine a team like that. Imagine Wisconsin-Whitewater back in the day with Mareike Miller and Mariska Bayer on the same team. You want to talk about dangerous. Look at that team right there. Minute and change remaining in the third. 11-point game. Miller. Long two. Doesn't go. Rebound Kramer. Kramer all the way. It doesn't go. And Miller in pain with that. Argues for the foul to be called. I think she's injured her shoulder a little bit there. Maybe a little bit of just injuring herself. It didn't look from that angle that Kramer hit her directly in the shoulder, but it's hard to tell. Lang with the immediate reply. 9-point game, a single-digit deficit. Korver now for the Dutch. Swings to Kramer. Inside Korver, under pressure. Back out to Kramer. From the elbow, Kramer. Nothing but net. For the 24-year-old Kramer. And that will bring an end to the third. It is the Dutch that maintain an 11-point lead over Germany. The Dutch win that quarter by 7, 19-12. And it's Kramer now on 21 points, Bayer on 18. Two leading forces for the Dutch. Meanwhile, it's Lang on 15 and Miller with 9. And you want to talk about matchups, what great matchups. You know, you've got Lang and Miller against Kramer and Bayer. 4 huge powerhouses of the women's wheelchair basketball game, and matching up fairly well against each other. But it is the Dutch with an 11-point lead as we start the fourth and final quarter. Still everything to play for, but it is going to be a hefty margin for the Germans to overcome at this point. But we shall see how it goes, as these teams always have great games against each other. And into the game for the first time for Germany, the youngster Lisa Bergenthal, 24-year-old. Miller doesn't go for Meyer, and the Dutch come away with it. Kramer draws the foul. Foul is on Patsfeld. 2 to come for Kramer. Once again sent to the line early on in this fourth. And the free throws could put the Dutch in a comfortable position for the remainder of this fourth. First one's good for Kramer. And the second. 13-point lead for the Dutch. And coming into the subs coming in for the Netherlands. It's Freelink and Van der Sprong. Bergenthal finds Miller. And foul on Freelink. No, a foul on Meyer, sorry. She commits the foul on Freelink. As Korver finds Freelink. Van der Sprong. Freelink at the top. Doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Korver finds Van der Sprong. Van der Sprong can't put that one away. Miller finds Lindholm. Meyer resets for Germany. Bergenthal. Oh, it's blocked by Van der Sprong. That's a great defensive block for Van der Sprong, the Dutch youngster. 24-year-old Van der Sprong. Meyer up and not in. It rolls out. And Miller under pressure. Foul is on Van der Sprong. Germany ball. Bergenthal on the inbound. Good to see Bergenthal get some minutes here for this German side. And Miller swings across. Bergenthal just short. Korver. Inside. Offensive foul on Korver. She just loses her balance momentarily. Rams into Meyer. Patsfeld gets it to Lindholm. And the Germans trail by 13. Under 8 minutes to go, clock's ticking down. And Miller gives them some momentum. It's back to an 11-point game. Korver. Takes her time with it, finds Freyling. Bayer. Fires mismatch, and it's no good for Bayer. Patsfeld finds Meyer. Over to Miller. Bergenthal. Meyer fires. Hits for Germany. 9-point game. Germany giving it everything they've got to try and come back here. Under 7 minutes to go. It's Van der Sprong with the ball for the Dutch. Arts from the free throw line. Doesn't go. Van der Sprong to Korver. As Kramer takes the break. But Van der Sprong converts. And that will keep the Dutch ahead. Nice shot from Van der Sprong. Meyer. Miller under pressure, under a lot of pressure. Miller double team. Puts it up, overshoots it. Rebound Van der Sprong, she finds Bayer. Bayer fast break. And what an interception from Meyer. Denying Bayer. Germany now with the ball. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. Bergenthal picks it up, finds Lindholm. And Miller can't convert. Strong defense from Van der Sprong to grab that rebound, keeping the ball away from Miller. Korver. Bayer fires, and it goes for Bayer. A 13-point lead. The Dutch maintain it. And Bergenthal, guarded by Korver, works the way around. Inside, Patsfeld off balance. And Germany grab the offensive rebound. Miller puts it up, nothing there. Slightly rushed from Germany. Long pass from Korver. And Bayer can't get a hand on it. But that was a lovely, lovely pass from the Dutch veteran. Just a bit too fast for Bayer. And Bergenthal and Lindholm take a break. In come Weiss and Lang. Nice inside shot from Patsfeld with the assist from Lang. Back to an 11-point game. Kramer with less than 5 minutes to go now. Kramer with control. Finds Visser. Korver. Doesn't go for Korver. Rebound Lang. Lang. Miller. Back to Lang, under a lot of pressure, but she makes it with the mismatch over Freyling. Smart play from Lang. 9-point game. Kramer, Van der Sprong wide open, and makes it 0 pressure from the Germans on that offense. Passivan visibly frustrated with that. Back to an 11-point game. Lang. Miller fires, doesn't go. Rebound, Van der Sprong. Long pass to Kramer. She advances it up the floor. Takes her time. Miller tries to grab it, but is unsuccessful. Visser now with the ball. Up, and it rolls around the rim for Visser. It doesn't go. Line. Meyer short, and we are 2 minutes and change away from the end of the game. And as the clock ticks down, Netherlands edge close to a win, and Germany's hopes of winning this game are slowly starting to fade away. Everything is going in favour of the Dutch right now. If they lead by 11 with 2 minutes and change to go. Kramer and Bayer back on the floor. The two titans for the Orange Lions, or I should say the two lionesses for the Orange Lions. Two leaders of the pack. Bayer finds Pronk, up and in for Saskia Pronk. That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot for the one-pointer. Pronk from Rotterdam. Lang fires a three, it doesn't go. Desperation three for Germany, as the Dutch have a 13-point lead. Kramer. Bayer doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Kramer finds Van der Sprong. Van der Sprong to Bayer. Bayer is fouled by Lang. Bayer to the line to shoot two. And Germany call a timeout. 1 minute and change remaining. After this timeout, Bayer will go to the line to shoot two. Has talk over with his team, as I mentioned. Both coaches for these sides, Van der Linden and Pasavan, have had legendary playing careers. And now they've transitioned into coaches of these two great women's teams. Of course, a wealth of knowledge from both Van der Linden and Pasavan. Two great players in their own right, two legends of the game. Bayer to the line. First one is good. And as I mentioned, Beyer, arguably the best female player in the world today, from Dan Helder in the Netherlands. Obviously in the Netherlands, but Beyer from Dan Helder, or Den Helder nonetheless. 1 from 2 for Beyer. And Lang converts. 13-point game, minute and change remaining. But the game is pretty much all but over. Netherlands with a comfortable lead. Beyer. Van der Sprong. Long two. Short. But Kramer collects the offensive rebound and puts it in. That's Germany struggling to stop Kramer there. She crashes inside the paint and scores. It's Lang. Mismatch over Pronk, spins around, dishes to Weiss with nice pass, but Weiss is under pressure. Lang, long two, it doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Miller. Oh, and it pass can't find Meyer. It's too strong for Meyer to catch. 18.9 seconds left in the game. The Dutch get a chance to run a final offense. Kramer controls it. And they will dribble this one out. Now show respect from the Dutch to their greatest European rivals. It is the Dutch who claim a 15-point win over Germany, 60-45. And the favour went the Dutch way ever since the second quarter. So it was Germany that won the first quarter by 1, 12-11. Dutch winning the second quarter by 5, 16-11. The Dutch winning the third quarter by 7, 19-12, their biggest quarter lead. And winning the last quarter by 4, 14-10. Leading scorers for the Dutch. Kramer with a very, very, very impressive 25 points, followed by Beyer. So Beyer with 22 points. So Beyer and Kramer, the leading lionesses for the Orange Lions, leading the pack to victory. They claim a 15-point win over their greatest European rivals. Other scores for the Dutch, it's Visser with 4, Van der Sprong with 4, and Arts with 2. So the majority of the scoring power come from Kramer and Beyer. Meanwhile for Germany, Lang with 19, Miller with 11, Weiss with 4, Lindholm with 4, and Meyer with 2. So similar situations on both sides. Lang and Miller leading the way for Germany, Kramer and Beyer leading the way for the Dutch. And chip-ins from everyone else elsewhere. In that game, Netherlands shot 46% from the field, 24-52, almost half. Pardon me. And Germany shooting 34% from the field, 21 from 61. Couple of threes dropping for Germany, none for the Netherlands. And the Dutch getting sent to the line quite a lot in this game. They convert 12 of their 19 free throws, 63%, which is crucial for the Dutch. That's 12 points for free throws. That's very good, very high conversion rate of free throws for the Dutch. Meanwhile, Germany only getting sent to the line 4 times and converting 1. So they'll want to up their free throws. And yeah, so at the end of the game, it's the Netherlands, the defending world champions, the reigning Paralympic champions, and the reigning European champions. who take the win over Germany by 15, 60 to 45. We hope you've enjoyed this game. I'll just give you the rest of the schedule for the rest of the day. If you give me one moment, please. So, on 2 at 18:45 local time, Spain will face Great Britain. On court 2, Josh will be bringing you that game. Meanwhile, on